Watching the circle spin, going live. I'm live. I'm live. And the world shines for me today. I've gone live. Suddenly I am here today. Just not getting away without making that Xanadu quote, am I? Well, ELO, Electric Light Orchestra. Hi, 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 everybody. Gonna wait for some people to populate the room. Because this might very well be a popular topic. Desire and the divine plan. I'm going to talk about free will and our heart's desires and all of that. Inspired again by something that happened last night and this morning. I can't even say it happened during meditation. I was just trying to go to sleep. Just trying to help Ike. And for some reason, I've had What's Love Got to Do With It by the indomitable Tina Turner stuck in my head all morning long. and I do a little bit of a rusty Tina Turner impersonation. It was okay. Whatever. So just going to see who jumps in the room with me. Otherwise, I have no problem monologuing. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. But, just in case, it's always good to have some props for people watching it later. They go, maybe he'll thwarp the fan. Maybe eventually, over the years, there'll be some sort of drinking game where you take a shot every time I thwarp a fan or make a Drag Race reference or something, or roll my eyes, which would get you all tanked. I actually have a rather busy day. Hello, Grace. Hi. Hello. Good morning, Des. How are you, sweetheart? Hi. Yeah, I was up this morning. I did the daily read video, already up and out. I've got a Melchior bonking into my leg. Come on this side. Come on up, baby. Yay! It's Melchior, the Wonder Cat. The one who does not like to be picked up or cuddled. He just turns into a ball of blades. But yeah, Snooky's in his eyes this morning. He's the only of my boys that got eye Snookies, and he has to understand I am the mother. I am the eye Snooky removal system. ISRS. Eye Snooky removal. ISRS. Eye Snooky removal system. Look at that. They're so shiny. How such shiny coats. Good. Well, I'm here. Enjoy your schmooze time. It's only 11:01 on my clock here. I do have a bit of a busy day today. I've got a client at 1 o'clock, so as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to reboot. I have to shift myself. Then I'm going to do at least 3 of the twin flame reads today. I'm going to do Cancer, Leo, Virgo. We'll see if I can get to Libra. I like to do more than 3 a day if I can. It just depends on how much energy I have. Then I'll probably spend the rest of the night. Well, RuPaul's Drag Race is on tonight. Take a shot. If that's a game, take a shot every time I make a drag reference. Yeah, so I'll see if I'll get some more of those meditation thingy hoo-ha doodads done. Morning, friends. Mainly sticking around for the prayer. The first half of this, I actually get to go to the chiropractor today. Oh, lucky you. I've been self-adjusting, which is another word for yoga, I guess, but I adjusted my own neck last night. So there you have it. Donna, Bella, Bella. Oh, you're going to the chiro too. We have chiropractic synchronicity. There's a $20 phrase if ever I heard one. It's a chiropractic synchronicity. You can do a lot with your lips on that, a chiropractic synchronicity, if you're a drag queen. And I'm not. Yeah, amazing. I don't know if I trust myself to do that. I trust myself because if I accidentally off myself, it's like, what a great headline that'll be. Gay purple-haired witch accidentally offs himself in chiropractic misalignment, right? Misalignment, misadjustment, maladjustment. Oh, that would be the word, right? Maladjustment. Yeah. almost worth doing, but no. Yeah, don't give me that. Don't give me that stink eye. I'm not leaving you here. No. Mel can be like, you better not leave. Who's going to open our cans? Who's going to scoop our litter? I'm not leaving you to somebody else. Well, if something happens to me, of course I will, but no. I incarnated to take care of these cats, according to them. I asked them if all three of them ever wanted to come on camera, and they were like, check with our agents. Come here, Sabby. Sabby Headface, come over here. Come on. Come say hello to the people. Look at all the people. At all the people. Come here. Come. He's being so stubborn. This morning he was like, if you watch the daily reads, I'm doing daily reads now, 12 signs. I picked different divination systems to work with. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Like, come here. He was just a kitten this morning. He's like a 15-year-old kitten. I think you're 15. Oh, give me slow blink. Come here. Come here, stinkhead. Come here. Come to mama. He knows I'm going to pick him up. That's why. Hi, Dee. Hi. Come here. Come here, my love. You are so suspicious, and you have every right to be. No. Nope. You ain't being Canada. He enjoys his privacy. Definitely not a Leo. Not right? I love you. I don't know if you can you see the looks? He's just serving me like feline side eye. No one gives side eye like a cat. Anyway. Well, I suppose that's the price of being a witch nowadays. You know, being a witch, having a black cat isn't mandatory, but it helps. How are we? I have a question about tarot card drawing. I had 3 fly out before. I even asked my question, but I knew what I was going to ask. I didn't really like the cards. Okay, so your question is, should you burn those cards and scatter them to the ashes? Yes! Well, that was Melchior. Sorry, that was Melky. Can I draw again? Yeah. Like, you'll even see me sometimes do it where, because I'll say, like, I'm very, very clear when I do the draw. It's like, 1 card, please, just 1 card, right? And if 2 cards come out with it, I'm like, no, that's not it. And it's not like, give me what I want. It's like making a contract, and that's something that you could do. You know, talk to your guides and say, okay, let's make a tarot contract. Amendable, not written in stone, because you're always going to grow and evolve as a tarot reader. But there it is. There you have it right there. It's like, okay, like I have certain contracts with my guides. And again, mutable. They can change. Like one of them, and it's really the most important one, and I made it when I was not a little kid, but I made it when I was a teenager. I was like, please, no matter what happens, do not appear in front of me with my eyes open. Like, you can show up in my third eye. Like, it's okay. I can feel you in the room, and I'm an empath, but I'm clairvoyant. Let's do it here. But if you show up with these eyes open, what I call being Gary Renarded, if you read Disappearance of the Universe, even just read the synopsis or the reviews on the book, The Disappearance of the Universe by Gary Renard, you'll understand that reference. It's like, do not show up with my eyes open, because I will call 911 so fast, both the cops to get you out of my house and the paramedics to take me away. Ha ha, hee hee, ho ho, if you get the reference. Yeah. So good. I hope that answered your question. Good morning, my lovelies. Good morning, Mari. Good morning. Good morning. Got a few more minutes of schmooze time. Enjoy it, because I do want to talk about this. We're going to start with a prayer. We're definitely going to go into the topic of desire and the divine plan, because it seems, we'll get to it. I don't want to, let me wait. I'm just going to wait a little bit. I love this community part of it. Last night, oh God, if you watched last night in the Facebook group, I'm afraid to watch that. I'm afraid to watch it over. I mean, I know it was good. I remember crying at the end, you know, those empathic holy water tears I cry. But yeah, I know the gods spoke through me last night. It's like, I didn't ask them to do that, but that's part of my contract too with them. Yeah. But then afterwards here on YouTube, I had a really good time last night. Last night was fun, right? We talked a little bit about stuff, but otherwise we just goofed around, and I really enjoyed every single second of last night. Mal, I did a cord cutting meditation. You did a cord cutting meditation, girl. Do you have that thick of a Southern accent, or I am picking up on that? Mal, I did a cord cutting meditation yesterday, and of course, burned what I released, and I feel so much lighter. Good, 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 good. Blessed be. Hey, whatever works, whatever gets you through the night, it's all right. It's all right. Yeah. Yes. Make sure I give you the right one. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Stunning. Drink. Really. So here are the things that should suddenly I vanish from planet Earth. Either, you know. What do they call that? What do they call that? Being taken up. Wait, what's that? There's a word for that. What is that called? What is that called when the Holy Spirit lifts you up? What is that called? You just sounded like Leslie Jordan. I take that as a high compliment. Oh, blessed be Leslie Jordan. Not the epiphany. What do they call it? The rapture, right? If by some reason like I'm on the wrong list and I get raptured, because I don't think they're taking pagans. It depends. If my gods are going to rapture us, why didn't they take me already? I'm way more fun on Olympus than I am here. You should see me in a toga. I look amazing. But should that happen, should suddenly I no longer be here, have drinking games, watch my videos and say, okay, every time he thwarts a fan, right? Every time he sings, every time he works a song lyric into something, just spoken word, you will all be tanked. You will all be tanked. Dear. Okay, it's almost 11:11. I think this is what we'll do from now on. Because I do these pretty much 11 a.m., 11 p.m., unless I'm not working that day or that morning. Same thing, day or night. So we'll start this at 11:11 my time, right? So I think it just makes it more fun to do something ridiculous when you make your wish, to add that a little bit of absurdity to it, a little bit of fun, a little bit of goofy. No, Mark, don't say that joke. That's okay for Facebook. It's not okay for YouTube. Oh, 11:11, make a wish. Okay, wish made. Here we go. Oh my God, the rapture. I've had so much fear instilled in me over the years over that. I'm so glad I'm on my spiritual journey now. I getcha. I don't know. I just still have the memory of that South Park episode where the certain group that goes to heaven. Let's make crafts out of egg cartons. I was like, I don't want to go. That's what it is. I don't want to go. Do not want to go. I actually worked with a spiritual teacher by the name of Ralphie Finn. I think she's still around. I mean, still alive, I guess is what I mean. She's the cousin of Mama Cass, I think. It's not why she's a spiritual teacher. But it was in the early 90s, and we were talking about the ascension. And I won't use the words that she used, but she goes, oh, if those are the people that are going, I don't want to ascend. She was real cool. She's like, well, if I have to go vegan, I don't want to go. I think that was before vegan was a thing. I think it was just vegetarian. I mean, it existed, but it wasn't like a thing that way. Right? Slain in the spirit. Slain in the spirit. I'd rather be slave to the rhythm than slain in the spirit. Slave to the rhythm. Shot. Take a shot. That should be a double shot because I worked it into the conversation as well as I sang it. Okay. Okay. Can you tell the moon's in Sagittarius? Now, for those of you like unaware of the astrology, like why I say, oh, it's Sagittarius Moon Friday, because Sagittarius Moon Friday, like that's from my spell work. That's timing. That's the second ingredient. First ingredient spell work is intent. The second ingredient of spell work is timing. Now, actually, one of my clients asked me today if I was going to be teaching witch classes again, and I said no, because, you know, classroom. And unless I'm going to get paid for it, I'm not doing it. I did it for 20 years. I'm not going to all of a sudden start doing it for free. However, I do have 12 witch classes up on Vimeo.com. I did post the link in the Facebook group. But usually in the description box, if you scroll down, you will see there are links for Witch Class Cycle 1 and Witch Class Cycle 2. And they're like $10 a pop, unlimited views. You can watch them forever or until I take them down, which I still might. But if people are actually watching them, it's like $150 to have a Vimeo Pro so that you can do the on-demand program. And I've done it for 3 years. And the first 2 years it paid for itself. This last year, not so much. So I'm like, I might get rid of it. I still have all of I still have all the original, not the original content, the edited content, but I don't know. Sliding in the spirit. Ooh, praise God. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Work my ways, pay my due, and I got the whole world singing hallelujah. Oh, I can't wait for Drag Race tonight. Anyway, so are we ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Your makeup is terrible. If you don't know what that is, you don't know what that is, why are you following me? Because you like me. You really, really like me. Take a shot. All right, let's do our prayer. Everybody, let's get down to biz, shall we? Take a nice deep breath. Everybody, inhale, exhale, repeat. Yes, they're like, put your feet on the floor, mark. Yes. Bossy spirit guides, bossy spirit guides. Instead of fussy spirit guides, I have bossy. I once worked out with Bob Fosse as a spirit guide. It was fun. He was helping me do yoga. It was lots of isolation. It's probably more isolation now. Breathe. Here we go. Power of fire. Take a moment to get really centered. Feel your feet on the floor unless you're sitting, you know, cross-legged or in some yoga pose. Just feel yourself connected, your physical body, to the planet somehow. And imagine within each breath, with each breath, your spirit, like a flame, is getting brighter, like breathing on a coal in a fireplace. Every inhale, it gets brighter. With every exhale, it gets larger. Fanning the flame of your inner fire. And it is from this place I pray. Dearest God, Goddess, all that is, once again, we surrender this time spent together to you. May it serve your purposes. Because we are here only to be truly helpful. We are here to represent you who sent us. We don't have to worry about what to say or what to do because you who sent us are directing us. And we are content to go wherever you wish, knowing that you go along with us and that we will be healed as you teach us to heal. Please show us what you would have us do, where you would have us go, what you would have us say in this conversation, and to whom. That together as one, we may receive the clarity you would have us have in terms of what we want and why we want it and what's the point of it all if there's a divine plan anyway, and what's the difference between a need and a desire, and how does that all come together with us fulfilling our divine plan, our heart's desires, and all that jazz. So help us to be open-minded and open-hearted and heart-centered, to not just receive the clarity, guidance, and grace, but to feel it and to know it on a deeper level that may indeed go beyond words. And if that's what we're ready for, let's do that. The moon is in Sagittarius. May we be so expanded, and may we fan the flames of our desire in a way that fulfills our roles in the divine plan for the well-being of all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So it be. So it is. As you are ready. As you are ready. Yes, I made a birdcage reference. In high school, I had to do an oral presentation about something about theater. I was at the BOCES Cultural Arts Center, and I did it on Bob Fosse and totally faked the whole thing and got an A. Because you knew enough about him. I got away with it. That's, yeah, I got away with a lot in high school. I don't enjoy administrations, but I'm good at navigating them. Virgo. Just saying, Virgo power. All right, so here's our topic, desire and the divine plan. I forget who said it originally or where I read it, but, oh, it was Caroline Myss. Thank you. Thank you, whoever that was. That the ego has desires, but the soul has needs, right? So yeah, the ego has all sorts of things that it wants. I want this, I want that, I want a side of fries, thank you. I want it all. I want what I want when I want it, and I want it now. Gooses, geeses. I want a geese days. Gold eggs for Easter. 100 a day. And by the way, oh, blessed be Veruca Salt, the character, as well as the band from the 90s. Oh my goodness gracious, did I just have a 90s flashback and a 70s flashback? I'm time traveling. So yeah, there's the ego is always going to want something, and as soon as it gets what it wants the next thing, right? It's just never ending. That's why trying to use your spirituality to satisfy the ego really is a futile thing. I want a lover. Okay, so you got a lover. It's sort of like, poof, now you got a lover. Now what? It's like, I want the lover to clean the dishes. Okay, there's always going to be something else. That's why, you know, eventually we turn inward, right? The happiness comes from within. Well, if your inner child is like Veruca Salt, that's understandable, because at the end of the day, all egos are alike. There's kind of only one ego. Yeah? So the holographic nature, right, of it all. The shade of it all, the ego of it all. So here's what I'm learning. Repressing those desires doesn't help. For years, I smoked cigarettes, American Spirit Yellow. I miss them dearly, but I don't crave them. Why? Because I didn't quit smoking until I was really ready, right? People said, you should quit smoking. You should quit smoking. And I would quit for like a month and I would go right back. It's like, it wasn't the time yet. Why? Because I was renouncing. And a Shia monk said to me, renunciation doesn't work. It sticks in the mind. So even if you've given up the behavior, there's an itch there that wants to be scratched, right? So certain things, it's just in the divine plan. They come in your life. They go from your life. When you're really ready, you do it. And honestly, I quit smoking right before Thanksgiving last year, obviously November. Oh, Thanksgiving is on a Thursday this year. It's always on a Thursday. That's a Trixie Katya thing. And honestly, I've smoked a couple of cigarettes since while at parties. Remember parties? If somebody had American Spirit Yellow, it's like, you want one? I'm like, yeah. And I haven't had one since, right? So there's something about allowing us to have our desires, giving yourself permission to want what you want, is how Matt Kahn said it. And I really liked that. And it is like saying to the child in your heart, your inner child, it's okay to want that. It's okay to want what you want. But then what happens is the child, the ego, the inner child and the ego are not exactly the same thing, but there's a zone of overlap there for sure, right? Where they're kind of the same thing, like they're close, pretty close. It gets impatient. It's like, well, where is it? Well, if I fell in love, where is it? 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 And that impatience, if we can love that impatience and feel that impatience without being impulsive and acting on it, it can really heal us. This is part of loving what rises. Whatever arises, love that, right? I can only smoke when I'm with certain friends. Got it. So there's something about that impatience. The other thing that happens is when we deny our desires, and remember, there's a difference between a desire and a need, right? The desire is of the ego, the soul has needs, right? If we repress them and hold them down before we're ready to let them go, we become jealous. Think about that, right? It's like, no, that's it. I'm through with love. Take a shot. I'll never fall again. Sit-a-do to love. I'll never fall again, for I must have you or no one. So I'm through with love. That was almost note for note Goldie Hawn in that movie. But even jealousy, if we can allow ourselves to feel it, right? Love what rises. Get that it's the ego, that it's part of the ego's unraveling. We get jealous as an intuitive response that what it is that we want is getting closer. So the impatience and the jealousy, you might as well give yourself permission to want what you want, understanding that you will get it in some way, shape, or form, but rarely in the way, right? Gotta go, take off. I love you, Donabella. I love you, I love you, I love you. Have a great day, sweetheart. Blessed be. Blessed be. Now, one thing I know for sure is that over the years, there have been things that I've wanted that I did not get. Now, Mari and I had a bit of a conversation about this, right? All the things that we wanted. I mean, some things I've wanted since I was a little kid and I still don't have. And I'm not talking about purple polka dotted pony, because first of all, they don't exist. And second of all, stable costs are ridiculous. Like, no, I don't want a horse. What do I do with a horse? I have 3 cats. They keep me busy enough, right? I mean, I went to so much theater training. I mean, acting classes and voice classes and singing classes and movement classes, which is sort of like a dance class. But then I was a dancer. We're the dancers, right? Like I did that too, right? And here I am doing YouTube. Now, by the way, I'm loving this a lot more. I don't have to deal with anybody else. Really nice, right? I've set my own schedule. I do pretty much what I want to do. Sugar cane. I pretty much do all the stuff that I want to do, but certainly I don't have to deal with the machine and the ego that is show business at large. And I've had a couple of run-ins with show business, TV, movies, and stuff like that, and it never went well. It was just not, it's not for me in this life, apparently. I'm okay with that. So now my desire for it is gone. Like I have no desire to be famous on that level. YouTube, however, you can be YouTube famous and you can make a lot of money doing it and you can make a lot of friends. I've made a lot of friends. I mean, I've had my YouTube channel for 3 years, I think. Yeah, about 3 years I've had it. But if you look at the original stuff I put out, it's all spiritual teaching. I only started doing the readings here summer solstice last year. Yeah, June of last year. So I've come very, very far in a short amount of time. Okay, now just stick a pin in this for a moment. See, Mari is saying, gee whiz, my ego is impatient. Pitch fits over about having to wait. But that's the nature of the thing. That's like saying, yeah, I have this baby and all it does is poop and eat and sleep. I can't believe this thing. It's such a slacker. That's what babies do. That's what the ego does. So educate yourself a little bit on what the ego is and what it does. Now, go be careful what you wish for there, because there's all sorts of different interpretations. Some just make it evil, right? And it's not. It's the incubating, most dormant part of the soul that is unraveling during our spiritual awakening, right? And there's evidence of that just as much as that the ego can really. Of Course in Miracles says the ultimate goal of the ego is to kill you because it proves you're a body, but you're not. It doesn't matter. You're a spirit anyway. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Bridget. So that's the thing. That's the inner child work. That is the inner child work. And say, go ahead, honey, be impatient, right? RAW. Respect, acknowledge, and welcome. And breathe. And breathe. Feel it. Why are we so? This is emotional freedom. We talked about this yesterday, emotional freedom and the golden timeline. Why are we so afraid to feel these feelings? They're just feelings. They're just emotions. What we're afraid of is that we'll act on them. But that's free will. We can feel our desires. We can take a spark and get it to an inferno in terms of desires. And yes, oh, blessed day. Thank you for the super chat. Look. Jurassic Mark. Why did I never think of that before? Oh my God, Jurassic Mark. There, well, take a shot. I'm out of coffee. Well, I'm not out of coffee in the house. My cup is empty. Shot of water. Oh, edgy. Well, he did it again. Jurassic Mark. Oh, why can't I do this right there? Guaranteed someone will watch this and freeze it there and screenshot it and put it all over the internet, and then I'll be famous. Fabulous. Hi, Mom. Anyway, so why are we so afraid to feel these feelings? There is a movie I'm going to highly recommend. Oh my God, I've mentioned it before. Shirley Valentine. Shirley Valentine. I guess it's from the 80s. Lord knows I watched it in the 90s enough. Why do we have all these feelings? It's about an Australian housewife and mother. The kids are grown. The husband is distant. And she takes herself away on a fortnight vacation, a 2-week vacation to Greece. And I won't spoil it for you, but she doesn't tell anybody. She just goes. Did you ever hear the song, The Girl That Used to Be Me? Oh my God, that song could make me cry. Yeah, Google that, The Girl That Used to Be Me. Beautiful song. It's about that song. It's about that movie. I think it was written for the movie. They say, come here. No, I'll start crying. See? Why do we have all these feelings? Nothing like an Australian actress to kick the crowd. I think she's originally from Britain, though, but whatever. Oh my God, I remember that movie. A really good movie. See, that's something I would love to do, like a watch party on Facebook, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. But go watch it. It's really good. Why do we have all these feelings? Because that's what we came in to do. We came into these bodies to experience this world, to have feelings that we don't have when we're not in bodies. Like, for example, jealousy. We don't experience jealousy. The soul doesn't experience jealousy. So can you imagine being, a soul watching, talk about reality television, watching Planet Earth and going, wow, look at her. She's jealous. I wonder what that's like, right? And then I wonder what it's like to be jealous over chocolate. That seems so petty. Isn't that fabulous, right? And so we take these bodies, right? No, when I was young, I guess, yep, that's the line. I would like to make with you. That's the line. That's the movie. Shirley Valentine. I love that movie. I have to find a way to watch that movie somehow. Really good. Amazon. Amazon. So this is the thing. I think we are afraid to fan the flames of our desires because we're carrying emotional baggage of not getting what we want. Now, some of that might go down to purple polka dotted pony. And certainly in the romantic genre, oh my God, because we had our hearts broken, right? Because we were disappointed, because we wanted somebody. Oh, remember crushes? I mean, I have celebrity crushes, right? It's not the same. I do not want to break up Hugh Jackman's marriage or Jason Momoa's because I'm sorry, Lisa Bonet would cut you. I'm pretty sure she would cut you. She would take one of her braids and strangle you to death with it if you go for her man. I'm not going there. Yeah, and like I said, any male actor who's played a superhero in the past 20 years, yeah, because I have a type, apparently. I can't do villains, except maybe for Loki. Except maybe for the Hiddleston. He's so cute. He's done other stuff. No, Bridget, you'd like Shirley Valentine. It's a really, really good movie. Anyway, y'all go tangent. I'm going to do what I came here to do. So the tea that I'm trying to spill across the table today has to do with the divine plan and these desires. The things that we really want, and this is what my guide said to me last night. They're like, we said it to you before. There's nothing wrong with what you want, but you don't give You don't let a kindergarten child drive, right? It's like you're not ready yet. And it's not that you're not good enough, because that's where we go. The ego tells us, well then, especially once we start doing law of attraction, oh, my vibration's not high enough. That's not why, I guess that's why I don't have it. No, we don't have the psychic infrastructure yet. In other words, the ego is just going to take what we want and move on to the next thing. The soul, see, this is the key thing. The soul has what it needs. The soul, for example, ready, needs endurance, needs it, needs to be able to endure. Now, you say, oh my God, please, nothing else that I have to endure. We don't have a choice in that. We don't. We're going to have to endure, like what we're going through on the planet right now. We're going to have to endure this, right? I've had to endure lonely was never my favorite emotion. I don't know anybody who loves it. Yay, loneliness. Woohoo, right? But I've had to endure that. I live alone. Well, and my cats are a wonderful comfort, but you know, it's not the same. They don't hug the same way. So get that we are going to be given everything that we need for the soul to develop endurance. Because here's the thing, as much as you think immediately of enduring suffering, when was the last time you were able to endure joy? Like, everybody wants joy, but joy is a very high vibrational state that if you don't have the infrastructure for, you'll fry your nervous system. Have you noticed? Because what happens? The ego's like, okay, well, don't get too joyful, right? It does that. It becomes, well, of course, a miracle says the ego is suspicious at best and vicious at worst, isn't it? Isn't that the incubating soul, the dark side of the child, the shadow, just suspicious at best and vicious at worst, always waiting for the other shoe to drop? It's like, well, don't get too happy, because if you get too happy, you'll get punished. Why? Because when we were little kids, we got really too happy about things, and then something happened, and the thing was taken away. This is the stuff we're clearing out of our psychic fields and our cell tissues, right? So the soul, everything that happens to us is to make us better as a soul incarnate, so that the ego can unravel. And the fastest way for the ego to unravel and be integrated back into the soul is to not get what it wants. But if we keep avoiding the feelings, it takes longer. Now, surrender, Dorothy, just went through my head. You can resist, and resistance is futile, Borg. But at the same time, if you really want the things that you want, right, to actually manifest them, get that it's not the ego that's going to experience them. It's the soul. The things that you want, here's the big revelation. We didn't choose the things we really want. Ponder that for a moment. We didn't choose the thing. It looks like we did, but did you choose your preferences? Or were they just sort of there? Did you discover your preferences? Like, I know what I don't like. I don't want to offend anybody, but certain types of music I don't like. I'm not going to say which ones, because I really don't want to. It's just not for me. It's not I hated. Like, I don't hate anything. Hatred, Sergeant Hatred. Hatred is I've been hated. So, you know, you play either side of that or both. I kind of let that go. That condition has messed me up. I'm ready to release that, right? Yeah, right? So your preferences, it's you don't choose them, you uncover them, you discover them as you go along. That's why there's nothing wrong. It's actually, oh, did I bring his book upstairs? Oh, it's right here. The universe always has a plan. It's one of the 10 golden rules of letting go. In order to be emotionally free, it's okay to dislike, which means in order to be emotionally free, it's also okay to like things. It's okay to want things, to fan the flame of your desire. Now, here's the question. Okay, I'm trying to stay on track here. I want to. I don't know that I'm going to. I desire to. I don't know that I'm going to. So take it to the next logical step. If we didn't choose our preferences, who did? They're written into the character we play. Have you ever been to a gym? Like, whether it's what's that one where you do the circuit training, you go around the thing? Bridget, you went to that. What was that one called? It was like a woman's gym thing, and they had different things. You went from one to the other to the other to the other. But if you've ever been to a gym, right? It's like you've got the stair thingy and the treadmill and the this thing and all these different things. Curves. Thank you very much. I was no way I was going to remember that. 2 days from now, I would have went curves out of nowhere in the middle of a reading, and people would have no idea what I was talking about. That's what these lives are. From the soul's perspective there, I just made human incarnation the gym, right? The JIM. So what do you want to develop in this life, soul? I think I need to develop some more endurance. I say, okay, so how about we make you a starving artist? Oh, that sounds fabulous. Will I get famous? Absolutely. What do you want to work on in this life, right? It's like, I want to heal heartbreak over and over and over again. Well, boy, have we got a life for you, right? Look at her. Look at her. I just Johnny McGoverned myself. Look at that one. Look at that one. It's oh, that one looks interesting. Oh, look, that one not only has heartbreak, but is also a starving artist. How about, an uncontrollable lisp? Oh, yeah, great. Down you go. It's like going to the gym. So get that these bodies, these are our exercise machines, right? For the development of spiritual soul level musculature. Oh, work. That's good. I would take credit for it myself, but there's no way I'm that intelligent, right? That is definitely the work of the higher powers, right? Right. Well, that would make a great movie. Did you ever see Defending Your Life with Albert Brooks and Meryl Streep? Meryl Streep is transcendent in that role, but she's transcendent in everything, even Mamma Mia, which really they should burn the rest of the footage and just keep her. Oh, that movie is so bad. And no, I haven't seen the sequel. They must have paid, they must have given Cher that Greek island to do that movie, just saying. I'm a little critical, but I am a Virgo. Work. That movie was a whole mess. The first one, I'm not even talking about the second one. Pierce Brosnan, who told it? Anyway, I digress. What do I want? I want better art. That's what I want. So get that. So okay, if we don't choose our desires, right? If they are written on our hearts, right? Our heart's desires, we didn't write them there. Who wrote them? Like I said, they're written into these lives that we play. But that means they're part of the divine plan. Who wrote the divine plan? The divine wrote the divine plan. And guess who's part of the divine? We are. We are. We are. The Course in Miracles says anger is never justified because you're doing this to yourself. Really, it says that. It doesn't say you won't get angry. It says that anger is never justified because you're doing this to yourself. And if you look at it that way, it's like, I set up this obstacle course. I don't remember doing it. And we didn't do it on a soul level, by the way. See, here's the thing. We created the universe, but we weren't individualized units of consciousness yet. So that's why we don't remember doing it. Like, we don't remember on the first day, God said, let there be light. Whoa! And we don't remember that because we weren't an individualized unit of consciousness. We were still the supreme being. Now, on a certain level of consciousness, we are still the supreme being. Set me free, why don't you, babe? Get out of my life, why don't you, babe? Because you don't really need me. You just keep incarnating over and over and over and over and over and over again. There, take a shot, song reference. I love your brain, Mel. You're a little book of spiritual knowledge. Well, while other kids were out playing kickball, I was reading tarot. Oh, God. And then I went to college. The Boston Conservatory of Music, Dance, and Theater, where I developed a skill set that had nothing to do with the performing arts whatsoever. How can I say this? I mixed Ouija board with certain chemicals. That's a nice way of saying it. And started channeling as a result. Yeah. Also did those same chemicals at a Stevie Ray Vaughan concert, if you're getting me. Shamanic. 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 Take the descent down into my body. It does not rhyme. Neither does erotic and body Madonna, but that's okay. She's Madonna. She's allowed. It was a while ago, right? So here's the meditation. We're going to do the meditation in a few minutes. We're going to go in and we're going to allow ourselves to gently underline that, italicize it, and bold it. Gently allow ourselves to feel our desires and gently fan the flame of them. But and really, you do that all the time. You do that when you're watching TV or a movie. You're like, oh, I really want that. I really want that. I really want that. But what we're looking for there is not the fanning of the flame of the desire. That will happen. It's catching what the child does inside of us, what the ego does inside of us. That's the content. That's what we're looking for. That's the part that needs more love, that needs respect, acknowledgement, and to welcome it. And it will be uncomfortable. But what are you doing anyway? Like, what else are you going to do today? I mean, we all have stuff we got to do today. I got stuff I got to do today. But to just begin introducing the thing that, oh, this feels uncomfortable and I'm surviving it. That's why I take the cold showers. Now I start with a hot shower, then I go to a warm shower. But the last 5 minutes of my showers now are like pretty much ice cold. All it is uncomfortable. It's not going to kill me. It's actually healing my body, stimulating the immune system, burns fat cells because it raises the temperature, so the body has to heat itself up. It's got all these benefits to it. So this is sort of like this. It's like resistance training. Yep. We used to play with Ouija boards as kids, and boy, did we make trouble. Yeah, Ouija is just the world's slowest text message. That's all it is. Don't be afraid of the Ouija board. Don't be afraid of the Ouija board. You don't need it. You don't need one. Nobody needs a Ouija board. I mean, this isn't Charmed. It's not like Grams is going to talk to us through it, although she probably could. My Grams probably could. I don't even have one anymore. Do I? I might, somewhere in storage. Who cares? But no, don't be afraid of the Ouija board. That's ridiculous. Don't be afraid of anything if you can avoid it, right? Or allow yourself to feel the fear, right? Whatever. So this world is so stupid. When will I fall in love? As I'm asleep before he finishes the word. Ready? Let's meditate. Get yourself in a position you can stay in comfortably and safely, right? Settle in. Take a few deep breaths. Let's do this. Now look, no lie, I may cry, which also rhymes. Hold on a second, just in case. Yes, I'm wearing a cardigan, sweater, and sweatpants. Because like a newscaster, except I let you see what I'm wearing every now and again. Just in case tears fall. Ready, settle in, breathe. We're not doing this long. We're just taking a sampling so you can get what I'm talking about. So you can smell what the mal is cooking. And I do recommend eyes closed for this so that you can visualize the thing that you want. Now, this isn't creative visualization. We're not trying to make anything happen here. But I would like you to search your mind for something that you want. And let's start something easy, right? Let's start coffee. Another cup of coffee before my 1 p.m. client. Right? What do I want? Why? Because it'll be tasty and delicious and just give me that extra little burst of energy so that, right? So you got the air of the visualization, the fire, the choice. You chose the thing. Feeling the desire. Why and how does it feel? Totally doable. Like, not an issue. Okay. So just notice how that feels in the body, right? Bring it down into earth. Totally probable, no stress. Easy peasy, eggs, cheesy. Breathe. And clear the palate, clear the slate. 5 or 6 nice deep breaths. Exhale thoughts if you can. Relaxing the body. Now go for a mid-level desire, something that you want, but that's been a little tricky, but something that's still, like something that's eventual. Oh, I want to see the new Wonder Woman 1984. Can't see it right now. Why? Because it's not released right now. But it will be. And they'll probably release it on demand. And I will pay the money. Feel that feeling. Well, it doesn't have to be the Wonder Woman movie, but you get what I'm saying. That mid-level desire, something that you know is eventual, but can't have right now. That feels really good. That feels giggly inside of me. That's excitement. Why? Because desire is not contradicted by disbelief. It's a balance of belief and desire. Very law of deliberate creation, Abraham Hicks. Feels good. That's going to happen. That is going to happen. It's not as immediate as the cup of coffee, which just feels like, yeah, I want that. This is, yeah, the ego's like, yeah, we're down with that. That's no problem. That's easy. Take a few deep breaths. Clear the palate. Really 5 or 6 nice deep breaths. Now, what's the one of your heart's desires that has yet to manifest? Here it is. Breathe, Mark. It hurts, doesn't it? That heart's desire. Well, at least mine does. Oh, there's worry, there's anticipation, there's regret, there's the ego. Worries that it's never going to happen. Anticipates, well, maybe if I do this and I do this and I do this and I do this, maybe. And then there's the regret of, oh my God, why did I ever want that in the first place? And look at all the mistakes that I made, that I can't have it. That's the ego. There's the war, worry, anticipation, regret. Now, try this. Really visualize the thing you want, your heart's desire. And try these words. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry that hasn't happened yet. Talk to the emotions. Talk to that child. Honey, it's okay to want that. I want you to have that in the right way. I want you to have that in a healthy way. Breathe. Breath is really important in this. Oh, sweetheart, I know you've waited a long time, and I know you're impatient, and it's okay to be impatient on a heart's desire because we've wanted it for so long. I love you. I acknowledge this desire. I acknowledge we've waited a long time. And I acknowledge that you tried everything. And I acknowledge that we've been told it's because our vibration isn't high enough, or we've done something wrong, or we're not good enough, or we're not ready, or... And I know the feelings of sadness, of disappointment, of heartbreak, at least for me. It's okay. I welcome these feelings. You are welcome to feel those feelings here with me because I love you. It's okay. Now, if you will, it's okay. I'm giving you space. It's okay to want it. Want it. Just try. Just breathe. I allow myself to want what's written in my heart. Pain and all. I allow myself to want my heart's desire. even though I don't know if it's going to happen or when it's going to happen or how it's going to happen. That I'm afraid it's not going to happen. But despite all of that, just for a few more seconds, I allow myself to want my heart's desire, whatever I'm feeling right now, to respect it, to acknowledge it, and to welcome it in as I breathe. I allow myself to embrace my heart's desire because it's okay to want what I want. And whether it shows up in the way that I want it or not, I have no control over, but I am willing to allow myself and to allow this child of my heart to want what it wants. Because what if? It's a big what if, I know, kid. But what if the only reason we want it is because it's something that's scripted for us? That we have to be ready for it, and there's nothing we can do to get ready for it. It's just we're getting ready, we're being prepared by the entire universe. The entire universe is getting us ready to have the thing that we want. So we can resist it or not, it doesn't matter, it's coming. And if it's not, something better is that will make us forget what we originally wanted, or we'll remember what we wanted and go, wow, I wanted an inch, but what I got was a mile. What I wanted was okay, but what I get is perfect. How's that feel, kid? You don't even have to believe it. How does it feel? That we didn't give ourselves these desires. They were written in, essential to pull us forward like the carrot in front of the horse to keep us moving forward on the path. And were we given some faulty information? It was true at the time, but there's always a higher truth. But it's okay. And while the moon is in Sagittarius, we're going to feel what we feel about what we. I'm going to welcome you back into the heart, my ego. That is impatient, that is resistant, that is angry, that is frustrated, that is so tired of trying to prove itself, tired of trying, yet is willing to try again if it means I get what I want eventually. But even that, we cannot speed up or slow down the divine plan, honey. That's why it's the divine plan, not our plan. But maybe we can create a little bit more space inside to allow ourselves to feel what we feel and heal what we feel for the well-being of all. Take a few deep breaths. Breathe. Clear the field. Let it go. Wiggle fingers, wiggle toes. And make your way back into the room, allowing your eyelids to be the last things that move as you open them outwards. That was a workout. There. We just did about an hour's worth of spiritual treadmill right there. Talk about emotional exorcism. How do you feel? I feel better. I don't feel great. I don't feel yay on top of the winter. It's too early for a shot. Yeah, that was intense, wasn't it? Yeah. And that was inside of you. My connection. That we're back. Yeah. You feel lighter because you brought a shadow into light. You alchemized some lead into gold. Keep doing it. Well, maybe not right now. And maybe this is a spiritual practice. Maybe it isn't. Maybe I will record a video at some point doing that, calling Fanning the Flames of Desire. Maybe I won't. But I know there's a divine plan in play. And I know that I'm not in control of it. And I'm certainly not in control of the speed at which things manifest in my life. And yet somehow I create my own reality or accurately, I co-create my own reality by the narratives that I add to the divine plan. How do I want to play this role? It's like there are two directors, the spirit and the soul, which is respectful, acknowledging, and welcoming, and the ego, which worries, anticipates, and regrets. And they're all part of the same spectrum. And the work seems to be, when we love the ego, we are the soul. And yet at the same time, when we are in pain and we pray, we are the ego. And this is life. Like an incarnational game of Pong. Bong, bong, bong. Here we go. Bong, 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 bong. But what's happening is it keeps going like this. It keeps going like this. It keeps going like this. Every time we do a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, until there are no longer two things. There's just one thing. And I believe that's called the state of enlightenment, fully integrating the soul, or fully integrating the ego into the soul. Spiritual awakening. The ascension, alchemy, the gods walking the planet, the angels walking the earth, the fulfillment of prophecies going back thousands of years. And we are the first wave. Someone's going to have to show the other two waves how to do it, right? So there you have it. I noticed the number of people dropped in the room on that one. Not shocked, not shook, not shocked. But then again, no one ever said Mark Angelo Lyons Mal for short was always an easy pill to swallow. You get what I'm saying? Mari is apparently smelling what the Mal is cooking. So we've been doing this for an hour. It's 12:01. I have a 1 p.m. appointment, video phone client. So I'm going to go get ready for that. But this one you might want to save, because you're always going to want something, right? You're always going to want something. And now you know it's okay to want what I want. Wanting it is in the divine plan. And if I can heal some of this, love what arises, be respectful, acknowledging, and welcoming of what I feel around my desires, then maybe that will help me not just get what I want, but really, really heal myself and this world. Yeah. All right, y'all. I love you. May you be blessed with the very, very blessed of this day. We'll see about tonight. I've got a lot on my plate today. I'll let you know in the Mark Angelo Lyons Mal for short Facebook group whether or not I'm doing the 11 p.m. We will see. But for now, my darlings, wishing you the very best and the very blessed of the day. Say it with me, as I always do, as I sign off. Hail, farewell, and blessed be. Bye-bye.